Alright guys, we got our punk rocker here going right now. Need to get up and get moving. Running a little slow this morning. Stayed up too late watching the State of the Union. Yeah. Used to stay up too late playing video games, drinking, doing all that fun stuff. Now, I guess, getting old, staying up and watching the State of the Union is more my speed. I had to bust out the old sleeping bag last night. I think my escape door, the seal is leaking around it. When I jumped in bed last night, laid there and I was sitting there laying there, and I'm like, man, am I sweating or what? I got up and like the whole section up by my pillow was like drenched. Like, I ain't sweating that much. I say the whole section, I mean like all the way around there, mainly just around the door area. Luckily I keep the old sleeping bag in here just for a case. I know I was going down the road yesterday and the wind was blowing so hard it was actually blowing the wind up and through the driver's side door around the upper seal there, which I need to adjust the door anyway. That would probably fix that problem, but needless to say, it was too cool to sleep in a wet bed last night. You know, I can make this a nice long political video about the State of the Union that I watched last night, but I'm not going to. But I am going to say, I don't care what your stance is on Trump. I find it very sickening that you have a whole party of people who couldn't stand up and cheer on a little boy that survived cancer. They couldn't show any support to the families that lost loved ones that were in the crowd. I couldn't show a lick of support to that. Now, by George, whenever Trump made a statement that they were going to support more war in Ukraine, Elizabeth Warren was happily clapping for that, along with a few other Democrats. That absolutely gets under my skin. They're not the ones going to have to go over and fight that war. They're the ones that are going to financially reap the benefits of that war. It's sickening, absolutely sickening to support a war. A war that's a losing battle at that. And I don't care who you support on this whole matter, but supporting going to war in somebody else's soil, no. Sending our men and women over there to fight, possibly having to recruit a draft where my kids are going to go fight, probably myself, it's sickening. War happens on our soil, I guarantee you I'll be the first one in the front line. But we don't need to go fight somebody else's losing battle. We don't need another Vietnam. Basically, when Elizabeth Warren was standing up clapping for the support of going to war in Ukraine, supporting 5 more years of war, basically supporting another Vietnam. It's sickening. Absolutely sickening. She's not going to go fight in that war. Most of our politician buddies aren't going to go fight in that war because they're too old. Probably got the silver spoon for their kids. You know that song Creedence Clearwater Revival did? You know, talking about the silver spoon. It ain't me. Kind of, their families won't have to go fight. It's sickening seeing how Donald Trump could tell them it's not safe to drink your own urine, and they'll be out there looking like a bunch of truckers filling up bottles and chugging it down. There's so much against Trump that they've lost their minds. Like I said, it's just absolutely sickening. And that war over there is something I've been watching for a pretty good while now, and my personal opinion, it's just going to be another Vietnam. We'll end up sending soldiers over there fighting, and nothing good coming out of it. We don't need to be in a war. The only benefits for us going to war would be, the only benefits would be is our economy would grow. It's proven fact. Wars make money for a country. Maybe that's what she was clapping for. That's how you get the economy up. We go to war. It's crazy. So we're going to go get out, do our walk around, get our day started. Getting into a little bit of snow here at the Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri, 28 degrees. People, I can't stress it enough. If it's raining, snowing, or foggy, or dark out in general, turn your lights on even in the daytime. Now it's sticking to the roads. There you go. Straight up blizzard now. Time for a quick load check. Still there. Oh, what? There it go. Oh man, that was cold. Might make me a peanut butter honey roll up real quick. Now we're gonna roll this goodness up and eat it. I really don't know if any of this has actually helped me out, but I don't know. I'm different. I break the mold. I don't know. I'm different. I know it. I'm different, and I know it. You ever hear stories on that guy? That Renfro or whatever? He's kind of an oddball. Hey, man, it's like a submarine or something, man. Now, I don't want people thinking I'm some sort of conspiracy theorist, but there's a lot in government that I do question, and when certain actions happen on the political stage front, and it just makes you wonder. Somebody comes in and do something different. I'm different. I like different. If somebody comes in and does something out of the ordinary that has been done for, let's see, probably since the 50s or 60s, that's, in my opinion, has led to more of a decline in our society as far as making living easier. I mean, more and more social programs and billions and billions of dollars get dumped into that I believe are actually being abused, and somebody comes in and wants to call it out, but it's bad. And I say you should question the ones that have been in political power for years and say whatever and do whatever to keep getting votes. I say you should question those people. Why are they, why are they okay with illegal citizens, people that aren't citizens of America voting? They shouldn't get to vote. Why are they okay with it? Why? Because they're going to get more votes that way. I don't know. I say I'm a slight conspiracy theorist, but I more or less question things because there are conspiracy theorists that I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? But then again, there's things I look at, people look at me and they're like, what are you talking about? And then I could go off and I could really start some really crazy ones to make you think, but I don't know. We need to keep going again. FedEx in a hurry. Gotta get them packages. There you go. No wonder they're got such a high safety score. It ain't a good safety score. That thing leaning in the corner. Come on. Well, it's time to jump out and unload. Boy, this thing, I better get my coat on. Ice is melting a little bit. Now we can go home and call it a week, kind of. I think it's Sauerkraut Bratwurst Day. That's a nice trailer. There you go. What he's got. There you go. I'm not batting very good on going into places to get food that I like. Went in there and all they had was a pork tenderloin sandwich. They're good, don't get me wrong, I like them, but man, I had my mind on that sauerkraut and bratwurst and bacon. My wife don't like sauerkraut, so I don't get it at home. Dadgummit. Oh, we're home. Look how much higher that truck sits. It's out of here. Lucky for you guys, I'm done for the week. Be back at it Monday. We might have a short video. Got a couple of repairs I need to make on the truck, so, and one of them might require going through and getting a tune on it, so we might make a short video going to get a tune and all that fun stuff. But let me tell you, like I tell my kids, sometimes you got to think outside the box. The way I see our country is it's been going kind of a downward spiral, and they keep on trying doing the same political stuff over and over and over and over again. Then they start getting into social issues to keep getting more and more votes. And with our two-party system, yeah, I know that independents and all that can get in there, but really it's a two-party system. The Democrats and Republicans aren't going to let outside parties compete. But with the system we have, you pretty much got to sit down and pick the lesser of the two evils. But with what has come in to office, to me, is people that kind of think like me, question why the government's been doing what it's been doing for years and years and years and years and years, making life more and more difficult for the average citizen. So, like I said, sometimes you got to think outside the box and, you know, take it as a grain of salt. I mean, I'm not trying to convince anybody to vote one way or the other, or like President Trump or dislike President Trump or anything like that, but this is the Lad's Trucking Diary. You know, it's Lad's Trucking Diaries. I mean, I'm the one. I'm the big lad, Clint Ladd. That means it's my diaries. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to document it. That's why I kind of decided to get away from the Freedom Fridays and lay it out there on the line. But we've marked off another day in our trucking diaries. Y'all stay safe out there. God bless you. And we'll catch you later.